Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for following me, and thank you so much for your share and subscribers. Also, thank you so much for your ideas, and you just keep showing me that you are with me, and that is gonna give me or increase me strength to keep doing this work of God. We are going to talk about, we are going to see who is a godly husband, or who is a biblical husband. In the previous video, we have seen, we were talking about what is marriage. We have seen the purpose of marriage. So today, this is the third part. We are just going to see who is a godly husband, or who is a biblical husband. How does the Bible tell us? How does the Bible talk about a good husband? First of all, a husband is a man who had made a covenant bond, a spiritual covenant with a woman for living together, for spending their lives together. That is a husband. So what are the good characteristics of a good husband? What are the characteristics a godly husband should be having? First of all, we are going to talk about some key points for which are showing us a good husband, or a husband in which God is happy for him. First of all, a good husband, or a godly husband, should be a leader. He have to be a manager. Have to be a manager of his home, of his house. He have to know how to treat well his wife and his children. He should be a manager. A manager is someone who have the characteristics of a leader. Someone who can read, someone who can direct in a good way. A good husband doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to lead his home with anger. He doesn't have to apply power. He have to do everything he's doing with love. In the book of Mark chapter 10 verse 45, there is what the Bible is talking about a good husband, or a godly husband. The Bible tell us the Bible tell us at verse 45, it tells us about how that good husband should be. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for his family. So a good husband should serve his family. He have to serve his family and his wife and the children using his love. He have to manifest his love among his family members. That is the first point, which determines a good husband, or a godly husband, a husband in which God himself is proud of. Secondly, a godly husband should be a learner. He have to learn the characteristics or behaviors of his wife. You don't have to compare your woman to other people. You don't have to compare your wife to other wives. You have to learn your wife. You have to know what she really likes, because you can be manifesting your love to her in the way in which she's not proud or she's not happy. So you need to learn to know her. You need to learn what she really likes. For example, if you can buy for her some clothes. Maybe for her that is not the way which is gonna show that you really love her. So you need to learn what can make your wife to be proud or to be happy. You need to learn her. You need to learn slowly what she likes, what can make her happy. Also, you have to prevent to tell her that you don't have to show her that you are comparing her to other people. You have to learn her and appreciate the way she is. Another key point, a good husband, or a good husband, should be loyal. He might have good behaviors. Here in the book of Hebrew chapter 13 verse 4, there is what the Bible is telling us about how he should be a leader. The Bible said, the marriage is honorable among all and the field, but fornicators and adulterers, God doesn't like it. So a godly husband should be, he needs to be royal. For example, if you are in a marriage, maybe before you get married, you had your ex, you had a lot of women in which you were talking about. After you get married, you don't have to bring those people into your marriage, because this can bring that spirit of separation, that it can affect your union. Example, sometimes when a woman is pregnant, she lost the willingness of so many things. Then in that case, in that time, she can be feeling angry quickly. You don't know how she behaves. She might have a lot of changing behaviors according to where she is. So in that case, when you talk to her, she can respond to you badly. Not because of she doesn't obey you, because maybe she's not feeling. But in that case, when you open the doors, when you didn't put boundaries, then in that time you can get a kind of disagreement, or you get somehow angry. Then you put yourself a little bit far from her. Then maybe when you take your phone, you start chatting with your exes. That can bring them to interfere, to come. You can just connect yourself to one of your exes, then you start communicating to her, which can bring her to destroy your marriage. So a good husband should have good behaviors. He might be royal. He might be faithful to the people. He might be someone who even other people can just say, this man is really responsible. This man is nice. He doesn't have bad behavior. So a godly husband should be a royal partner. Another point, a godly husband should be a provider. A provider. A good man should be able to provide all of the necessities for his family, all of the essential needs for his family, for the children. He should know how his family is going to survive. Even if maybe you can be a husband, maybe your income is somehow lower than your wife, but in that case, it is understandable. As long as you share with your wife what you have, it is understandable. But a good man always have to have the plans in which he's going to use to get money to feed his family. In the book of First Timothy, chapter 5, verse 8, there is what the Bible telling us about a good husband, how he should be a provider to his family. You have to know that when God gives you that responsibility of being at the head of your family, you need to know, and you need to find all of the ways to find the means to feed your family. Here the Bible tells us, but if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he had denied the faith, and he's worse than unbeliever. He's worse than unbeliever. A man who doesn't provide for his family, he is very much a bad husband, or a bad husband. He is not responsible. The Bible tells us that a good man should have to know how to provide for his family. In whatever you can do, in whatever you can get, you need to have always the way. You need to have to open your mind every day. You think about the development of your family. You think about your wife. You think about how your children are going to survive. That is the thinking of a good husband. Another point which is showing us a godly husband, a godly husband should be a protector. He should be able to protect his family, to protect his wife, to protect their children, to protect everyone in the family, because God has chosen him to be so. Here in the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 28, the Bible tells us how a man should protect his family. When God has when God has trusted you and give you this responsibility of having a family, God and gives you all of the ways to all of the means. He gives you a good job, he gives you everything. You should protect your family, because there is some kind of man who beat their wives. When you try to beat your wife, you are not a responsible husband, because a good husband doesn't have to raise his hand on his wife. The Bible tells us that a good husband a good husband doesn't have to raise his hand on her wife, on his wife. The Bible tells us in the book of Ephesians chapter 5 that so husband ought to love their own wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. Here, a man, the way he loves himself, that is the way he should love his wife. If you are a man and you can be able to raise your hands to beat your wife, you are not a protective husband. You are not someone who is willing to protect that woman, because God give you that woman so that you can protect her. So if you can beat your wife, it means you doesn't love yourself, because the Bible tells us that the man should love their wife as way they love themselves. So who can beat himself? You can't do bad things on yourself. So if you can do something bad to your wife, it means you have a problem. You have a problem. You need to talk to someone. You need to talk to your pastor. You need to talk to someone who can advise you of what to do, because the problem is not on your wife, but the problem is on you. Because because God tells us that if he just honored you and have that trust to give you a wife and a kids, to give you a family, you need to protect them. For any kind of problem, for any kind of situation, you need to cool down. You walk slowly and ask help for God. As you are being covered by Jesus, you need to pray, and God intervenes to make everything be perfect. So those are some of the responsibilities, or those are some key points of a good husband. A good husband should be a good manager, he should be a learner, he should be royal, and he should be protective. He should protect his family. He should fight to get something to feed his family. I think we can stop by here, where in the next episode we will see who is a godly wife, or who is a biblical wife. What does the Bible tell us? How God has just planned? What are the characteristics of a godly woman? Thank you so much for following me. I wish you to keep following me and doing shares and subscribers. Also, there is my contact for any who want to contact me for advices or whatever. You can just contact me or inbox me so that we can keep growing together. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful time. I love you so much. Ciao.